Okay, so I don't know if I've told you guys this story before, but when I first tried to join the Air Force, I went to the recruiter that's right up the street from my house, and I tried talking to the recruiter there. She's a female. She's a tall, skinny blonde, like Barbie status, except she's ugly. Anyways, but I told her that I was there with my mother, and I told her that I was trying to join the Air Force, and she was very rude to me, and she was like, "Nope, you're too short." She didn't even bother to measure me. She was just like, "You're too short." And I was like, okay. She was like, "Yeah, it's not going to work out." So I was like, I was so crushed. As soon as myself and my mother got in the car, like, I just started bawling, because the Air Force is something that I really want to do. So my mom was like, "Jessica, don't worry. We're going to get you in the Air Force." So I was like, okay. But I was still, like, kind of down and crushed. And that lady was so mean to me. Like, she just looked at me and was like, "No, you're too short. No." I was like, okay. So we go to another recruiter's office. And that recruiter, it was like an Air Force, Army, Navy, like, multiple branches in one office kind of deal. And the Air Force recruiter wasn't there because I guess she went into labor or whatever. So she, just wasn't there. And then, so I finally went to my recruiter, and my current recruiter, and he was like, "Okay, how tall are you?" I was like, I told him, and then he was like, "Okay, how much do you weigh?" Then I told him, then he was like, "Okay, let's check that out." So we go in the bathroom. When I say we go in the bathroom, because there's like a scale and like a, height thing. What is that called? The height thing that's on the scale? Anyways, we go in there. The door was open, so nothing like crazy. My mother was there. Anyways, but so he takes my height. He's like, "Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. All you need to do is you need to save 5 pounds under your max weight." So I was like, okay. And then I told him about how the lady, like, crushed my spirit, because she was like, "No, it's not going to work. You're too short." So he was like, "Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. She doesn't let anybody in." And I was like, my mom's pretty feisty. She was like, "She does let people in. She just lets people that look like her in." Which is true, because when we were at her office, she had, like, people sitting there, 3 girls, all tall, skinny, blondes. And maybe that was just a coincidence, but it still is what it is. So yeah, and I was like, yeah, I don't like her too much. She was rude. She was mean. She hurt my feelings. He was like, "You'll be okay. You'll be okay." He was like, "Just when you go down to MEPS, just kind of, push yourself up a little bit." I was like, okay. So when I went to MEPS, that's exactly what I did. And yeah, now I'm waiting. Okay, so the ironic part of this is, my last video was my 45-day briefing, which happened last Friday. Today is Wednesday, so this happened like almost a week ago. There were a couple of recruiters there, and they were like talking to all of the deppers, or the deppers who just had their 45-day marker coming up this month. And she was one of the recruiters, and it's so ironic because she was talking about don't let anyone deter your dreams and don't stop at the first answer. And I was like, I just kind of kept smiling at her, because I was like, this is I'm about to cuss. I was like, this is the same chick that almost like crushed my dream. Like, if it wasn't for my mom, I probably would have been like, okay. But my mom always tells me, don't stop at the first no. You keep going if it's something you want to do. So I just thought that was kind of ironic. Yeah. And I think she knew. I think she remembered who I was. Because first of all, the day I had to go to MEPS for my physical, we stopped by her office because it was a different recruiter that was going to take me. and that recruiter works with her in the same office. So we stopped there, and my mom was there, and my recruiter was there for like a minute, but then he had to leave. And we're like filling out the last minute paperwork, and my mom's like, yeah, I remember you. You're the one that told her no, she was too short, right? And she tried to act like, no, I don't even remember. No, what are you talking about? But I was like, oh yeah, she remembers us. She remembers us. Yeah, it's funny. I think she remembered who I was because, at the 45-day briefing, she kept looking at me. You know how when you talk to a group of people, you want to make eye contact with like someone here, someone here, someone here, someone there, just so that everyone feels like you're talking to them. I felt like she was talking to me the whole time, because she was like just looking at me, like in my eyes. I was like, yeah, you're the bitch that told me I was too short to join the Air Force. Now look at me. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to tell you.